Season's greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to Loki's Christmas message, or it's just a video I made on for Christmas Day. Happy holidays, whatever religion, faith, or whatever you believe in. I hope you just have a nice time this weekend. You might not even celebrate anything, so just have a lovely weekend. Have a nice week. I just wanted to make a sort of quick video just to talk about a few things, a few plans for next year, some big plans for next year, and some stuff on the channel. And I've got a quick look back at last year, thanks to TubeBuddy. So let's just get straight into it. So firstly, I want to say a massive thank you for what has been a ridiculous, amazing year. We started the year on less than 8,000 subscribers. We're going to end the year maybe like 100 off 30,000 subscribers, which is absolutely bonkers. It's just mental. This channel is the quickest growing FM YouTube channel. It's nuts. It's taken my breath every single day. It takes my breath away. And then obviously along with that, we've also growing the Twitch streaming really well. Lots of people hanging out. We're getting 300-400 people every stream on the Twitch. We have such a laugh. It's really good fun, and I'm loving streaming. And also things like the Patreon, that's the most bonkers thing of all, because that's basically just people giving you money for nothing, because I don't give any special handouts. There's no secret content on Patreon. I kept it simple, and I just said, look, I want to do this full time. I want to be able to move back to England. I want to buy a house. I want to have a full-time job doing this. And you guys have gone, yep, we'll help you. And that is amazing. That is beyond my wildest dreams. The Patreon has grown exponentially throughout the year. I think it's grown month on month, which is bonkers. So thank you so much for that. It's amazing. And then like just the generosity, the donations, the gifts on Amazon and stuff like that has just been amazing. It's just been like more than I could ever dream happen. You guys are so generous, and that's why I will always stick up for the Football Manager community when people go on about drama and shit. There's drama everywhere. It's the internet. Of course there's fucking drama, but it's a speck compared to a lot of communities of other games and stuff like that. There's so little talk. Of course there's a couple of idiots that pop up here and there, but they soon disappear. And like, think of all the comments I get on my YouTube channel. I think I've had like 3 trolly, proper negative comments. You know, the sort of, duh, you die of cancer type. You know, those ones you see on a lot of videos. In the entirety of the 2 years that I've been doing this YouTube stuff, it's been absolutely bonkers. I've got a little thing here. I need to make myself smaller. Hang on. I have to do that every time. It's just, I'm a child. So this is a thing that TubeBuddy does called the Year in Review. I don't know why. This bit at the top here, Loki Doki, that was my original channel art when I was first designing it. Little man with the headphones on. It's kept the sort of tagline, gaming done funny and warning contains swearing and stuff. But that was my original little bit of channel art. So this is TubeBuddy's Year in Review, so you can look at your channel. So here we go. First, let's go back. Billy do. Go back a bit quicker. Go back a bit. Okay, there we go. So 1st of January, I had 7,970 subscribers, 1.18 million views, which was amazing. Like, the growth that first year was ridiculous. We can look at our top 3. We can go back through this. It goes a bit quick. These are the top 3 videos of the calendar year 2017, and then we've got what happened at the end of the year compared to the 2016. You can see that like the views have been disgustingly brilliant. And then you see how many uploads, how many videos. Woohoo! Thanks. Is that it? Is that it? Yeah. So we can go back and look. Right. Yeah. Go away. Shoo. Okay. Stop trying to advertise TubeBuddy to me. So 7,000 views, 7,900 subscribers, 1.18 million views, 762 uploads. A lot of that, like, you know, it was obviously daily uploads Football Manager, but there's lots of Warhammer stuff and a few odds and ends, different games. My top 3 videos was episode 1, and this came out a month ago. Like, this came out whenever the game came out. That is bonkers that is already up to 52,409 views. And then the second place is my 2017, FM 2017, 500 Years into the Future with my special hat. If you haven't watched that video, it's worth going to watch just to see my special hat, to be honest. Curly made that for me. I was like, I need a future video. And she's like, I've got this. And came back 10 minutes later with a bit of cardboard and a dog toy covered in tin foil. Because that's just how we roll, professional stuff. And then my biggest video on my channel is the What If We Created the Best Wonder Kid in the World experiment, which is now, the first episode of that is now 109,000. My first video, I think, above 100,000 views, which is bonkers. And as you can see, the growth has been crazy. It's a sort of normal curve that you get on YouTube. The first year is hard work. It's hard to grow, even for good YouTubers in any genre. I'm not just talking about Football Manager. And I was so pleased to get to this side. Like, if you think about it, if you look at FM channels, 7,690 subscribers is already a top-end FM channel in that year, which is bonkers. And then this year, we've just stormed it. We've increased by 179%. Our views this year have been 5.49 million views, gone up 377%. And the videos I've made has gone down a little bit because mainly that's due to not doing all the total Warhammer guides. If you remove them, like, because there were so many of those for last year, it's very, very sort of similar. And I've sort of planned to keep that going. But as you can see, the what we've done so far in the year has just been absolutely bonkers. And you know, that's down to you guys. You know, I make the content, of course I do, and I work my arse off. It's not just about trying to make videos. It's all the stuff that goes alongside it, trying to get better at doing thumbnails, getting good SEO so people find the videos and all that good. But, like, at the end of the day, there's only so much that can help. If people aren't sitting and watching the videos, none of it matters. If people watch the first 10 seconds and click off, then that video is going to get down in the rankings because of it. So that's it. The year has... I did a sort of my hope for 2017 was to get to, my sort of tentative goal was 22,500 subscribers, and my sort of, in my head I was like, can we get 25k? That's a nice number, that 25k, quarter of a century and all that sort of good stuff. And we've smashed it. We're going to be almost at 30,000 by the end of the year, which is bonkers. I'm going to do a video first few days of next year talking about my goals, because I haven't worked it out yet, of getting what I want to achieve in 2018. But it's going to be, I think the obvious one is to go for 50 grand. I think another 20,000, because obviously the FM community is growing, but it's only so big. Like, you know, Dr. Benji, a wonderful content creator, Work the Space, people like that have been going longer. There's a ceiling somewhere. Nobody knows where it is. But if you look at Dr. Benji, he's still growing, which is really, really good. Obviously, when your channel's the longer your channel is alive, the more percentage of sort of dead subscribers you've got. People that subscribed ages ago but have just don't watch the content anymore. But I think it shows that how much more an improvement. And if anything to go by, Sports Interactive have done the Creator Cup this year. And that was bonkers. Just being included in that, being invited to Sports Interactive, getting shown around the office, meeting Miles and all the other developers and stuff like that. And we did the big meet-up in Nottingham, which was amazing. We had sort of, I can't remember how many people it was, 60-odd people turn up in Nottingham, just hanging out, playing Jenga and random video games. Like, none of that stuff I would have even put on a to-do list, because I just think that, no, that's not what would happen. So let's talk about sort of more about 2018. So my plans for 2018, and these are all obviously not set in stone. Stuff can change at any time, but my plans for 2018 are to, I think at the moment I'm looking to refocus it more back onto Football Manager. I know it's 90% a Football Manager channel anyway, but I'm just really enjoying the Football Manager side of things at the moment. There'll be other odd little game series, but I'm really enjoying the occasional one-off video or whatever. But I'm really enjoying the Football Manager stuff, and I like building that community, and how, because like I said, the community's so good. It's so much fun doing that. So that's going to be a sort of big part of it. But also, I think I want to sort of Twitch stream more. I'm really enjoying Twitch streaming. It's very different to YouTube. It's, for me, and this is personal opinion, like, for me, Twitch streaming is a lot less time intensive, because although I might stream for 3 hours, and that's a 3-hour chunk, there's not much to do either side. You know, tweet about it, make a little video saying I'm live. You know, in a 3-hour stream, it's 3.5 hours, whereas a YouTube video might only be half an hour long, but then there's the 45 minutes or editing, and then 45 minutes of rendering, and then 30 minutes of handbraking the video file so it's small, so I can upload it with my shitty internet, uploading it, thumbnails, SEO, title, description, tags, all that sort of good stuff that goes along with YouTube. And obviously the biggest thing of Twitch is the instant feedback, being able to actually chat to people, which is brilliant. And we have such a laugh. I didn't tell people at the time, but when I streamed, I'm trying to think, because I'm not making this on Christmas Day. I'm currently at my mum's house. I'm recording this on the 22nd before we go away to England. I streamed last night on the 21st, the Thursday the 21st, and I really didn't want to stream, but I promised that there was going to be a big stream before Christmas, because about 4 hours before, I got a phone call from my mum to say that our family dog of 15 years had to be put down today, and as you know, I'm a massive dog fan, and more on that later. But, you know, I was distraught because it's our family dog. Enya was her name. It was just more of an old age thing. 15-year-old spaniel. She had a great innings. She had a great life and all that sort of good stuff. But it was more about sort of my mum as well. And, you know, all the kids have moved out now. So it's my mum at home with Enya, and now it's mum at home on her own. And she loves dogs as much as I do, and that's a horrible thought that she's going to be properly on her own when I'm stuck in Northern Ireland. And that goes back to pushing hard on YouTube and Twitch and all that sort of good stuff, so I can earn the money to move back and all that sort of good stuff. But I really didn't want to stream, but unfortunately I'd made a big deal out of this Christmas stream all day. And I thought, once I get streaming, it'll be all right. And it was. And we had a brilliant time. It took my mind off it because there's so much going on, the game itself and the chat and all that sort of good stuff, that it properly just let me escape real life for a minute and have 3 hours where we had a right giggle or a right laugh. And then, obviously, afterwards, it was quite a come down of the sort of realisation. But I'm so glad I did stream, because you guys helped me without knowing. I didn't say it. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want like sympathy vote. I just was like, let's just have a fun stream. And it was, and it cheered me up. It was brilliant. So thank you for that. So I want to do more Twitch streaming next year, sort of make it maybe a regular sort of 3 times a week thing, as opposed to try and do 2, but I'm not sure when I'll do it. Maybe get a bit more of a schedule going. That might sort of not reduce the videos on the channel. There's always, I think 1 a day, generally speaking, over the course, on the average of a year, 1 a day videos on the YouTube channel is a good amount. Early on in FM18, when the excitement's there and lots of people are watching, I want to sort of, and I'm really excited about playing the new game, I'll have sort of 2 series going. Like, at the beginning of next year, we've got my Altrincham save going, which is really exciting. That's the Evo Stick Altrincham team, where I'm the official Football Manager. They actually hired me. I did a Twitter interview and everything, and they chose me. And so that's going to start in the new year, along with obviously the Journeyman Worldwide, which I'm just adoring at the moment. Just so much fun. But then obviously the big news for next year is that there's going to be a second channel, and it's not going to be an ordinary, I've mentioned it a couple of times, but it's not going to be an ordinary, you know, a second vlog channel or for other games or something like that. It's going to be a dog or pet-based channel, because I'm a trained dog nutritionist, dog first aider, dog trainer, dog behaviourist. I like dogs, right? I'm a fan of dogs and cats. We've got 2 cats and 3 dogs. And so I wanted a dog-based YouTube channel for a long time. So it's going to be, I'll give you a little bit of sort of brief info. Initially, it's going to be about reviewing dog and cat products and dog foods, but also giving tips and hints, doing training guides, advice, Q&As, all that sort of good stuff. Helpful advice for sort of dog owners, new and old, really. Talking about dog breeds and all that sort of good stuff, because I just love talking about dogs. And so that's the sort of plan, which will then eventually, once we move to England, where I'm looking for I don't care how small my house is in England, but we want a bit of land. I'll take a little shitty house, big bit of land, where we can start. I want to make like an old people's home for dogs, because you see in the dog pounds, in the Dogs Trust or the RSPCA, and I totally understand this. People want to a rescue dog, but they don't want one that's 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, which is totally fair, because you're only gonna have that dog for a few years, and then you're gonna have the horrible pain of it dying and all the vet bills that come along with older dogs and stuff like that. And so they're the ones that can often get stuck in dog pounds and RSPCA and Dogs Trust for much longer time, whereas all the puppies, go flying out the window. So not literally, because, that would be cruel in itself. And you can't phone the RSPCA because of the RSPCA throwing dogs out. Just leave it. So I'd like to make a home for older dogs that can enjoy much more of a home life, rather than being in a dog pound, as good as they are, having, maybe 10 or 12 dogs that live with us and just have a big dog pack and stuff like that, but also doing some work with dogs with behavioural issues that can't be rehomed quite yet. So we could almost be a halfway house. So I could take a dog from the Dogs Trust that's maybe needs a little bit of work, maybe it has anger issues or whatever it is, and work with that dog to get it to a place where it's comfortable living in a home atmosphere and all that good stuff, and then being able to rehome it. So sort of fostering and repairing dogs to be able to, and then it would have its own Patreon, it would be a charity and all that sort of good stuff. And that would be part of the channel as well, with lots of vlogs of the dogs and everything like that. So that's the sort of my plans for 2018. Obviously, there's probably going to be loads of stuff that just sort of appears because something exciting is going on and there's a new game that comes out and I want to sort of cover it or anything. I'm still looking for an MMO that I could make videos on, but MMOs are shit nowadays. It's so sad. I used to love MMOs, but there's not been a good one in a good few years. Like the fact that World of Warcraft is still the biggest MMO is kind of sad. It's amazing because of that community, but it shouldn't be the biggest MMO. It's kind of sad in that way. So I'm hoping for an MMO, but I'm not holding out too much hope for it, really, to be honest. But so that's sort of my tentative plans for 2018. 50,000 subscribers. I'm kind of thinking 60, but I'll make a video on that when I've done some more maths and stuff like this. Again, I just wanted to wish you all a very Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or however you want to say it, so I don't insult anyone, because people get really insulted nowadays, don't they? You can't say anything. So just have a wonderful week, and thank you so much for the massive amount of support that you've given me and Curly. It means the world to me. It means I can live my dream of not only... It's the dream of doing YouTube as a full-time job. I am now officially a full-time YouTuber stroke streamer. But it allows us to save money so I can move back to be closer to my mum and my family and stuff like that, and start that second sort of part of my life where we start rehoming dogs and stuff. So every step is just closer to that. It's not like I'm now going to Vegas every week with all my ad revenue. It's not that high, to be honest. I'd go bankrupt in a week. But it allows us to save money to be able to do this. So thank you to everyone that supported. I will leave a link to the dog channel in the description of this video. There's nothing on it yet. It's just got a title, but it will start in the new year, probably sort of February time, that sort of thing. So I hope you'll check it out, subscribe to it. It will really help get the channel off the ground. It'll give it that little early boost when it's tricky to grow a channel. And if we can start off with a few hundred subscribers, that would be amazing. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you get everything you want for your Christmas stroke holiday stroke normal weekend. Have a lovely time. I'm hoping by the time this video comes out, we would have smashed Arsenal, because that's happening tonight in real life. So I'll put a prediction out now so I can make myself look a fool. We're going to beat Arsenal 4-1, because we don't keep clean sheets, but we score goals. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the new year. I love you all. Thank you again so much. Bye-bye.